And
Hello, can everyone hear us? Can we at least get a thumbs up in the chat, or can I get a thumbs up reaction? Or at least a yes in the chat, please? Great.
It's Jamaica. Sorry,
okay,
guys.
Jamaica, good.
Great. Thank you. Hello,
Shireen.
Shireen.
Okay, Shireen. Okay,
Thank you.
good. All right, now we got the yeah. Jane is that okay? Hello, I'm having so
technical difficulties.
okay. All right, Shireen. Hi. What's your undergrad degree in?
Can you hear me?
What is your undergrad degree in?
I got my undergraduate degree in English language arts.
Okay, got it. English major.
Yes.
Okay, Jamaica.
Yes.
Undergrad degree in what? What was your major?
Professional and technical writing.
Okay, got it. Thank you. Why don't you want to teach in the secondary level?
I want to teach because I've been teaching approximately for 8 years now in a daycare setting, but also in after school, and I love kids.
That's all right, daycare. Why don't you want, okay, let me ask you, why don't you want to major in early childhood?
I feel like getting a master's in early childhood would better my opportunity to get a job for a head teacher position in the Board of Ed.
Well, the reason because you are doing teaching in daycare, because the early childhood is birth to second. And our program is elementary school, 1 to 6. So it depends on what are you interested in. You see what I mean?
Right. I'm
so
very
you want to
aware
become
of that.
an elementary school teacher, right?
I wanted to do 3rd grade. So that's,
okay.
Isn't that secondary? That's not.
No, not secondary.
It's childhood.
You want to teach, it's a childhood education. It's our major. Okay, that's good.
Got it.
Sharon, I got the English. Okay, and who's that? Amima?
Yes, Amima. Hi.
Amima, all right. What was your undergrad degree in, if I may ask?
It's in psychology.
Psychology. Where did you get your psychology degree?
Here.
Okay, Brooklyn College. Good. All right. Wonderful. And Tasleen?
Hello.
Hello. What was your major?
My major is psychology and minor in children's studies.
Okay, from Brooklyn College, I assume?
Yes.
Okay, understood. Thank you. So now I know everybody's background.
Option C.
Option C, yeah. So yeah, so Karen, probably you send out your email first. They can contact you, and then you can send out the option C, the program requirement. Okay.
Hello, everyone. Before we get started, my name is Jacoby. I am a grad admissions counselor. So I am going to, I have pretty much wrote in the chat that we have opening a poll at the end of the presentation after Dr. Wensong and Nicholson have both presented. And then after that, I would need everyone to please fill out a inquiry form, which is pretty quick, so you can complete that after the presentation. However, before the presentation end, I will, before everyone leave and I end it, everyone must complete the poll, please, for feedback. Thank you.
Okay, everybody got it? All right, hold on. Sarah. Hello, Sarah.
Hello.
Hi, what was your major undergrad?
Childhood education, 1st through 6th.
Where did you get your degree?
Oh, I'm still I'm in my senior year at Brooklyn College.
Do you know me? Okay, do you know me?
No, I'm sorry, I don't.
It's all right. It's okay. Now okay, you're going to be option A. Okay, so Karen, make a note. Sarah is option A. Okay, welcome to Brooklyn College Open House. My name is Wensong Hu. I'm the Childhood Education Program Head and the Graduate Deputy of Department of Childhood CBSE. Anyway, today we are talking about the Childhood Education 1 to 6. If you guys want to become an elementary school teacher, except Sarah. Sarah is in our program.
We have one more student coming in.
Okay, one more student. Okay, that's all right. We can fill it. Okay, so basically our program is catered to a student who wants to become elementary school teacher, and you're going to be certified 1 to 6. So our program basically for career changer or non-education major undergrad, they are trying to pursuing a master's degree at the same time, they will be initially certified, okay? So now, in terms of that, what kind of requirement you're going to have? Yes, I think Karen will send you the list. For the time being, basically, you need to have an undergrad degree, okay? The GPA needs to be 3.0. We will talk about that more. You need to pass the GRE exam, all right? And the third thing, you have to, well, hopefully you will get the fingerprinting. You fingerprinting, you know, as soon as possible. You can do it later, but I always recommend if you are serious, become a teacher, you try to have a fingerprinting, the sooner the better. Okay, application, you can applications through the BC website online, I think, but then you need to write a biographical statement, like essays, explaining to me or to us, I mean, basically, why do you want to become a teacher and why should we accept you? Okay, and the resume. And what else? Karen, what else do they need? Oh, 2 letters.
Recommendation.
Two letters of recommendation, right. So, all right, I think that will, because it's a 45 credit program, let me say this. You also need to do student teaching. The student teaching component will be 1 semester, and it's going to be 5 days a week, most likely, 5 days a week. So when you're doing student teaching, you say, Dr. can I have a job? No, you won't be able to have a job unless you have a job at night, okay? So during the daytime, you will do student teaching. We will assign supervisor, I mean, with you, and send you to the public school, then working with the cooperating teacher in the public schools. So that is student teaching component. A lot of people are going to ask, oh, when do I do the student teaching component? Usually on the 3rd or 4th semester of your program. That means you basically, you need to do some education courses first in order to prepare you to teach, okay? So like a teaching of social studies, teaching of science, teaching of literacy, teaching of math, those are, and even special ed and child development. Those are the fundamental teaching tools you need to have in order to teach elementary school. After that, then we can talk about, you talk about advanced pedagogy. That means the rest of course basically try to get you, to prepare you to getting a master's degree. That's what we you know, that's what the master's degree in childhood education is all about. All right, so in terms of anybody you have a, you know, I know the presentation is very brief and short, but I can well, promise you it's going to be fine as long as you, I think your question, all right, I think I can anticipate your question. Number 1, Dr. Hu, my GPA is not 3.0. What am I going to do? 2.2, probably you need to go do something else. Okay, 2.3, 2.4, 2.5. You probably need to reconsider your changing to my program in a sense. You say, Dr. Hu, I'm 2.9. We can talk. Because I do understand, you know, the student situation depends on what have you been through undergrad. Some people say, hey, Dr. Hu, I work hard, but, you know, something happened during my college year. And I also need to look at the student's progression. And so those will be considered. So in terms of GPA, 3.0, that's the standard. And also the letters of recommendation. If you got a strong recommendation, you say, Dr. Hu, I only have 2.8, but you got a letters of recommendation from, I would say, president, then I would say, oh, wow. Then some people can vouch for you, then I might consider. Other than that, GRE, you need to take GRE as well. So far, you need to take, it's a requirement. But the cutoff score, we have not decided yet. I'm still waiting for the central office decision. But so far, the GRE you need to take, all right? And resume and the biographical statement, that means autobiography. You try to write a strong autobiography, then try to convince me we should accept you into the program. Okay? Any question now? Yes.
Yes. I have a couple, but I'll start with one.
Okay.
if we already have a master's degree that required taking the GRE, but that was more than 5 years ago that I
Okay.
took the GRE, do I have to take it again?
5 years ago, I think that's still valid. Okay, still should be valid. So you don't need to take a GRE again. Answer to your question specific.
Fingers crossed.
Okay. Anything else?
Is there a thesis component to the program?
The answer is no. We can talk about the research. It's a research component, but not thesis per se. Okay. Sharon, you have any question?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
So this is from first grade to sixth grade. Is that right?
Grade 1 to 6, yeah.
Okay, so let's say if I choose if I get into this program and down the line, like, okay, I get the 45 credits and I wanna get I want the special ed license. Would I have to take a whole curriculum, or would I have to take just extra classes for that?
Okay, let me explain to you from two aspects. Okay, number one, the New York State teaching license, there's a teaching certificate. That means there are different titles. Now, for example, teaching certificate, first to second, that's the early childhood. 1 to 6, elementary ed. 7 to 12, it's a secondary education, adolescent education, but their program is K to 12, like a music, PE, and art. And they are also special education. If you are interested in special education, you can pursue a master's degree in special ed. And we do have the program, it's like a similar probably to 45 credit program. But the second question I'm going to raise is, you have to think about what kind of teacher you want to be. If you want to become a special ed teacher, that means you're going to teach in a special ed class. Or you want to become a elementary regular classroom teacher, then you need to have a childhood education program. That means the program K to S, they are both can teach in the childhood education, but one is regular classroom teacher, the other one is special ed teacher. So it depends on what do you want to do, all right. So some people probably go through the program childhood. They say, Dr. Hu, I want to increase my employment opportunity. I want to do some special ed. Usually, my recommendation will be this. Usually, you can take a special ed extension. That will help you. But also, if you want to do another special ed in terms of all...
Was I the only one that got kicked off, or was it everybody?
I got kicked off too. I don't know what happened.
Because I was like just about when the juice was gonna come. Got disconnected.
Oh my goodness. And I don't think everyone is on yet. I don't know what happened, Professor.
Everybody must have gotten bumped off just now.
What's going on?
I don't know. I was like, you were just about to get to the juicy part and I got disconnected.
Right.
Yeah.
So where's Jacoby?
I think everybody's slowly signing back in because it bumped everyone off.
Okay, sorry about this. Let me apologize. Wow, feel bad. Kemi, are you doing okay, Kemi? Kemi just disappeared. Amima.
I'm good, yeah.
Are you doing okay? All right, sorry about this.
I actually had a question too. I don't know if you were finishing with, it wasn't really a question, it's more of a correction. I think I misunderstood when you asked me what my major was. I thought you were asking for my concentration. I am a childhood education major.
Oh.
I'm in my senior year as well right now.
Okay, you're from Brooklyn College.
Yeah, I'm in my senior year.
And so Sarah, you too, right, Sarah?
Yes, I'm too as
Sarah
well. Yeah.
and Amima, okay, you too. It's going to be option A, okay? So you're going to pursue a master's degree. It's a 30 credit program because you already have childhood major, so we will, your undergraduate. So you are going to pursuing a 30-degree program. It's going purely a master's degree, all right? Okay, so Kathleen, yeah?
Yes.
All right, so where was I? The juicy part.
The juicy part. You were going to tell me about the extension, like I want to be a regular gen ed teacher, but if I decide to change my mind.
Good. So now, because the special education, so in a sense, I mean, when you want to pursuing the special ed, that means usually I would recommend extension, or you can getting a master's degree in special ed. That means on top of your master's degree in childhood. So now you will increase your pay 30 and above. Then after that, then you have a choice to do, you want to teach regular classroom or special ed, because you cannot do both at the same time. That's my point, okay? You become yes, you can teach both, but in the end, you still need to do one thing. So the principal say, oh, we need special ed, and you say, I'm qualified to teach, then you teach the special ed, the inclusive classroom, but you also the regular. So basically, inclusive classroom is one regular teacher and the other one is special ed teacher. That's why they both teach in the classroom. That's why usually I give students recommendation. If you want to help the special ed, you want to become a special ed teacher, I would advise you to take our special ed master degree in special ed program as well. Okay, they probably they have the similar program. It's 45 or maybe a little more, but I think it's 45 credit program as well. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. It makes a little bit sense. I'm just trying to clear out the route, which one I should choose.
Yeah.
But I was concerned because like either route I choose, I want to get tenured, but you can't get tenured in all areas. Is that correct?
No, well, I mean, depends on the people. Some people, you see, we have another 33 credit program. That means they are early childhood major or secondary major. They teach in high school. They say, no, I don't want to teach I don't want to teach in high school no more, but I want to switch to childhood education. They can come to our master program as well. Then we will recommend them, because they already have an initial teaching license. So they can come to childhood and they will get the, switch the license in a way. They will get a license as well, because eventually they will get the professional teaching license.
Okay, I see. Okay, it makes a lot of sense. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, Amima and Sarah. Okay. Yes. Okay, you two I ask Karen to send you the email. Then you two can ask Karen to send you the program A, because also you two are from Brooklyn College. I don't have, it should be easy, very easy to have. Yes, Karen, you have any question, Karen? Karen, you want to say something? No. Go ahead.
Oh, wow. Hi, everyone. I'm Karen Nicholson, the Administrative Assistant in the Department of Childhood, Bilingual, and Special Education for grades 1 to 6. I normally assist Dr. Hu, the Graduate Deputy, with student advisement, permissions, and other issues and concerns, like registrar exception request or not certification, but any general questions that you may have, I'm here to answer them for you.
Yeah, she knows more than I do. Okay.
Well,
if you have, you cannot, you always ask her, that'll be all right. If she doesn't know, she will ask me, but she knows a lot.
Yes, but I'm here, and my email address is Karen N, KARENN @brooklyn.cuny.edu. And if you shoot me an email, I'll send you out the program requirements as soon as possible.
Okay. So what happened to the other students? What happened to other students? I mean, Jacob is gone. How come we got to disconnect and come back?
Yeah. I don't know.
So who's hosting this meeting now?
Is it me?
I don't know.
I don't know. I really don't.
As a co-host, but on my end, it just completely just logged off.
Okay.
It just cut off, and I don't know what happened. And then I had to click on one of the links that they sent to me, Dr. Who, in order to get back in. Okay. And then I accepted all the participants.
Sorry about this, because that's how we live in a virtual learning and the remote learning. That's why we happen. Sometimes I'm having a class, suddenly got cut off. And so, but that was happened last semester, but this semester is better. Luckily, we haven't had any instance yet, but the meeting is funny. All right, let me say this. Amima, do you have any other question?
No.
Okay, I know you're senior year. When are you going to do your student teaching?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, not this semester. I think next semester is when we're supposed to do our student teaching. Okay, but we still don't know if the schools are gonna like open or not. So I guess we're still concerned about that.
Okay, probably you need to ask Karen with the student teaching. You need to apply, right? October. Yeah. When's the deadline?
No, right now they're offering a pre-student teaching orientation where all of that information will be discussed. So you have to first register for one of the sessions that will be taking place, I believe, October. I'm not sure of the date, but there's a link, a form that you have to first complete in order to become a guest. And then they'll discuss application opening and closing dates and the important information about the student teaching for spring 2021.
Okay, Karen, let me say that. Did June send out the information to students?
Yes, we did. We sent them out. I sent mine out on Friday. I think we both sent them out on Friday that just passed.
Okay, Amima, just remember, okay, you need to apply student teaching. So you try to email Karen, or even you can email June. Okay, I know you. I assuming you know June, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Good. Contact her about the student teaching, because next semester you do need to join the seminar and the application that you will get more information. Sarah.
Yes.
Are you? When are you going to do student teaching?
Same as Amima in the spring.
Okay. So you do that, send June or Karen an email to ask those student teaching. All right, any other questions, Sarah, do you have?
No, not of right now, thank you.
Okay, you too. Can you two show your face? If I may ask you? Good, because you two never met me. When you speak to June, you never met me. All right, that means I assume you two are doing great, okay? When usually come to see me, that means some students always come into trouble, then I have to get involved. I assume you two are doing great, okay? So keep up the good work. Thank you, thank you. You can disappear now.
Can you, Karen, I'm sorry, can you put your email inside the chat just so we have it?
Yes, I have to figure out how to do that.
What do you mean? All right, let me, Karen, tell me, let me do that. What's your email?
Karen N at Brooklyn.
I know. Oh.
And Sarah and Amina, did you receive emails regarding the pre-student teaching orientation?
I do believe that I remember seeing an email. I do believe that I signed up. I know I signed up for a lot of different things, but I'm going to double check that I did.
All right. Otherwise, yes. Send an email to June. That will be perfectly all right. Okay. If she has something to say, you let me know. That should be all right. Okay. Tesleen.
Yes, I have more questions. Is that okay?
Good. Yes. Yes. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So so I was doing a little bit of research and I wanted to know about the edTPA. So this is my I'm going to be graduating in the spring in my undergrad in psychology, but I was told that I can start my edTPA early and I can student teach early. If I would student teach in my undergrad, would that be equivalent for grad, or is that a whole different thing?
Okay, let me say this. Your undergrad degree is in psychology, right?
Yes.
What's your minor?
My minor is children's study, but the thing is I already work inside the Board of Ed as a paraprofessional.
Okay, hold on. So that means, wait. All right, edTPA is edTPA is teaching assessment, teaching performance assessment, okay? So basically that usually you need to teach in front of class. That's why we do that in the student teaching. You will be filmed for 15 minutes unedited and they will send to the State Department. So edTPA usually doing the student teaching. But if you are a paraprofessional, I think the point saying that is, I understand you. If you are into the 45 credit program, then you might think that means when you do student teaching, you can apply, talk to the student teaching coordinator, say, oh, I'm teaching work in the DOE, and I'm a paraprofessional. Can I student teaching in that school? You can request. It's not guaranteed, but that's how we can help. Yes, Karen, go ahead.
Yes, in addition to requesting that through the student teaching coordinator, they have a new paraprofessional 40-day paid leave that most paraprofessionals apply for. That way you'll be allowed to be placed in a school and you'll be able to try to get this done in the 40 days as long as the state approves it and the principal and the student teacher coordinator. It's a new thing that they have through the DOE. So just keep that in mind when it's time to fill out the application. The application will have all these questions. Teaching in the school, are you a para? You'll have to get the letter from your principal. You'll have to get the approval from the state for the paid 40-day leave for student teaching.
So,
just,
like I have, I like, who would I have? So I like already spoke to the principal, and she's all for it. Like
Okay.
she's like, we always need teachers. But
okay,
what I wanted to know is like,
Tesleen, I think, let me answer your question. I understand where you're coming from because you want to do edTPA on your own. Yes. In order to teach in the New York State, there are many different routes. You can go through a program like Sarah and Amima. They go through the Brooklyn College program. After they finish the program and pass the teacher certification exam, that including edTPA workshops, and we will recommend they will be certified. That's a route. Usually that's a happen. There are also people who like to do individual. They want to be certified on their own. That door, we don't know is closed or not, but for the time being, individual path to be certified. Because you're thinking about you doing the edTPA on your own. You don't go through any education program. You need to pass teacher certification exam. It is on you, individual. You can work with the State Department. You work with the State Department means you try to apply everything, but in terms, they will look at your transcript. Before we call it transcript review, they will tell you, oh, you are missing 2 courses on literacy, 2 courses on math, 2 courses on child development or philosophy. Then ended up, you need to get those coursework under your belt as well. Then you need to also pass the teacher certification exam and also the edTPA. Then you will be certified. But that is you work with the State Department on your own. And that's why when you want to do edTPA, yes, you may do edTPA through the principal, but in a way you need to submit the video to the State Department. That means you work with the State Department on your own, okay?
Okay, I see what you mean. So I guess what you're trying to say, best route is to go through Brooklyn College where I have a whole bunch of support.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's why usually we say that. I mean, also, I think better prepare you to become a teacher. There's a lot of students, they want to, I hope Amima and Sarah can, testify for us. I hope our program is good. Let me say this, Brooklyn College teacher education program, our graduate is well liked by the DOE. A lot of principals, call saying, oh yeah, I like, your graduate doing great. So I think Brooklyn College teacher education program, we are well liked by the DOE. So that's why I say people go through the program, usually, hopefully they will get jobs, okay? All right, James, I'm glad you're back.
Yeah, they scheduled the art education program at the same time. So unfortunately, I've had to go back and forth.
Oh, it's all right. It's okay. It's all right.
Sorry about that.
Okay, do you have any questions? Oh, okay, Teslin, do you have any other question?
There was one, but I just forgot
Okay, when you think about it, just remember.
I have a quick one.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry if you already covered this, but are there certain organizations or places that you recommend people who are living in Brooklyn to volunteer or observe before they apply to this program if they have very limited experience working with children?
What do you mean?
Like if I haven't taught before and I don't work with kids on a daily basis, are there certain places that I should reach out to volunteer?
I don't think it's necessary. For example, a lot of career changer, anybody. Yeah. I mean, I have 50 some years old. They are lawyers, they were lawyer and they want to switch to the education program. There are other major people want to do a career changer. They want to become. Somehow, yes. I mean, it's good to help you personally to get involved with the, children in a sense. But our program also try to help our students to gain those experience. So you taking classes, you will do the field experience as well, component, and our instructor will help you to, put students into the school to work with children. I think those will enhance your personal experience. Yes, I mean, you don't need to work with children, but after you go through a program, you should be able to teach students. That's what the point is saying that, okay? Yes, I mean, you can volunteer, of course, that will help you, tutoring, after school program, anything those will enhance your personal experience.
Got it, thank you.
Yes, Karen?
And many of the courses also have observation hours. So you'll be going into the public schools with your class and completing like 20 hours of field observation hours in different grade levels. So you'll be okay.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
Kathleen, have you thought it? Go ahead.
Yes, I did. Okay, so I have a fear. I don't know how I forgot it, but I have a fear of when I take exams. So I like start preparing early in advance. The state exams is what I'm afraid of.
Okay.
So I don't want to take.
Let me say
so
this.
that's my fear. So
I know most of my students, they are concerned. So Amima, have you passed any exam yet?
No, not yet.
Not yet, Sarah?
Yeah.
Sarah? All right, see? Okay. So there are teacher certification exam you need to pass. Number 1, ALST, Academic Literacy Skill Test. That's just like simply like a reading comprehension. Basically, we are teaching our students to reading comprehension, so it's Academic Literacy Skill Test, ALST. The other one is EAS, Educating All Students. That's why it's most likely it's pedagogical. So if you have enough education courses, I think most of our students will pass, all right? And the other one is Content Specialty Test, CST. Childhood education, we need to do Content Specialty Test, CST, multi-subject, okay? So Content Specialty Test, just like any teacher, if you teach math, you need to take a CST math. If you teach English, you need to take a CST English. You teach social study, you need to do the CST, like a history or economics or whatever that social studies is. So childhood, we have to know multi-subject. That means we need to know literacy, math, science, and social study. So then the fourth one is edTPA, Education Teaching Performance Assessment. That's what the edTPA we talk about. And so are those tests are going to be tough? For some students, yes, I have to say so. But Brooklyn College, the passing rate, I mean, the old test result, some people say in old days, I mean, 10 years ago, our passing rate is about 85 or 90 passing. But there are a few people, students cannot pass. And students now, because some students, they worry about taking the exam. When do they need to take? Before student teaching or during student teaching? Some of my students, they take certain exam when they are starting the program. I'm teaching the first class. Usually I'm teaching the first class for undergrad, okay? You want to become an undergrad, usually you come to my class. Some students of them, they taking one class already. And some students, they say, oh, I need to get prepared. So when they later program, they can take the exam. So it depends. So teacher certification exam is not that difficult. Yes, I have to say. What happens if you fail? Sarah, what happens if you fail?
If you fail, you have the option to take it again.
Yes, you take again. The only problem is you have to pay again. Okay, that's how State Department, they making money. you take again. I think, well, eventually, hopefully you will get it done, okay? But I believe our students should be able to pass, no problem, okay?
Thank you.
You're
Okay,
welcome. You're
I'm good
welcome.
now. Thanks.
Jen, any other question, Jen?
I'm sorry if you already covered this, but
No.
if you're a 1 through 6 teacher,
Mhm.
I'm under the understanding that you're a generalist, so you have to know like every subject. So do
Correct.
you have to take every subject concentration area exam, or is it just one general exam?
Okay, don't think about too often, too tough, because the content specialty test is just multi-subject. You talk about math,
Right.
social study. Those are, it's not that difficult. It's not
Okay,
that like,
yeah,
it's not
I've
like a
seen
college
them.
level, okay? Answer to your question, the generalist, because elementary school teacher, you do need to have a concentration. So I think, yeah, concentration, basically you have an interdisciplinary field or a concentration, similar to, I won't say it's like a second major, but close to a second major. Some people can do a double major. That's why some of my students doing the undergrad, they're doing the childhood and children's study or psychology, for that matter.
Is it possible to have a concentration in art or no?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Definitely, yes. You know, you can have a concentration in art. I do have, well, a couple of students, they are undergrad, they are in art. Now, but your case, you have to still decide, what do you want to be certified in? You want to certify in childhood, or you want to become an art teacher? We do have an art ed. That's a certified as K-12.
Yeah, I just came from that meeting.
I know they probably is become a cluster art teacher. So if you want to become more childhood education, you say, hey, Dr. Who, I love elementary school students. I don't like to teach high school. I teach elementary school art. Yes, you can concentration in art, of course, definitely.
Great.
Okay. Karen, anything else to talk about?
Just keep in mind that there's a liberal arts component to this degree, the liberal arts, where you'll be required to take a general science, social science requirement, a math requirement, an English requirement. So you just keep in mind, because a lot of students always forget about that portion. They try to do all of the education courses and they forget about the liberal arts and science requirements.
Yeah,
so just keep in mind.
Okay, those years of, wow, we will try to help. The math and
Yeah.
general science, those they have to take. And the theater in the classroom, and we try to 7206, those ones should be easy. Especially for those 45 credit programs, that's why they come in. And in terms of Sarah and Amima, it's a 30 credit program, okay? All right, any other question you have, Jane?
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay.
Are those liberal arts classes, those have to be on a master's level?
The answer is
or
yes.
Are those prerequisites?
No, not prerequisite. It's a part of the program.
Okay, got it.
So basically 45 credit program include those liberal arts course. And those should be easy. I mean, like a math, we cater to elementary school teacher. And humanities, if some people take English, some people take theater in the classroom. I think those are very helpful class. I mean, you think. And the math, okay, science, general science, definitely help you to teaching the science. And social studies, we have, you can take anthropology, political science, history, and even the community and education. We have an urban education course can be counted as social science. Those are very helpful classes. So should be helpful. I won't say easy, but should be helpful. Okay.
And our GPA has to stay above a 3.0 throughout our.
That is yes. Unless you are too low, then we don't need to talk. But if you are not that low, yeah, you can talk to. We can start talking about.
Mean, like, as I would be inside a a grad program, it would be a 2, it would have to stay above a 3.0.
Okay, after you come into the program, in order to matriculate in the program, you have to maintain a GPA 3.0. When your GPA drop, you will put on the probation, and then we will see what happened, because we want the student to maintain a level when they graduate study. At least you need to keep your GPA at above 3.0.
And sometimes if it falls below 3.0 and you're placed on probation too many times, the college may dismiss you.
Yep.
If you have a low GPA and you're on probation too many times. I think it's
so, I think, sorry, AB, AB.
Yes.
Now I think you can answer the question.
What was the question again?
Well, usually the Patrick is in charge of the probation student. I mean.
Oh, yes. I mean, there is steps for the probation and also academic integrity, and everything has its process, but we usually, or Patrick usually fills me in so I can properly guide those students.
Yeah, not too many students, maybe one or a couple, you know.
A few is not a lot. It's
right.
usually few, but the few, we always encourage them to do better and to help them with those resources if they do not know of those resources that are out there for them.
Okay, good. Answer to your question. All right.
Yes, and one more thing. Yeah. So if it's a 45 credit program, each semester would be 3 classes.
Okay.
Like, would I be with the same cohort, or am I going in
the
on
answer is not. The program is not a cohort. For example, there are students taking 1 class a semester, because probably the student has 4 children and has 2 jobs. I mean, they work on taking 1 class only and part-time. There are students taking 2 classes. There are students taking 3 classes. Some even special circumstances, I will let students taking 4 classes if they want to finish complete ASAP. Depends on the classes they take, and also their, how do they do well. I mean, a student doing quite well, 4.0. I mean, I would probably say, okay, let you take a little more classes. But generally speaking, student taking about 2 and 3 classes a semester. And some students want to complete the program ASAP. Then we can talk, okay?
Yeah, because graduate students are allowed 15 credits per semester.
Huh? No, not 15.
Grads are allowed to take up to 15 credits per semester.
15? No.
Yeah.
I know. They can take 15, but the time usually not that easy.
Yeah, like if it's something you wouldn't recommend if I have 4 kids and a job.
15 credits, for example. We are offering Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night classes. Those are 3 credit course. Every night you have to come to, you have to take classes. You might take a 15, but you need to, at least I think we need to approve, okay? Because student taking too many, otherwise you can finish, so soon. But depends on the student's situation. Students, they like to take 2, 3, 4, 5 if they want. Just talk to me. That'll be fine, okay?
Okay, and what about the winter? Is there a winter,
intersection?
class?
Winter intersection. It's usually we don't provide too many courses, but however, we are starting to provide winter section courses. Okay, we're starting to have.
Okay.
So we will keep our eyes open. Winter section. Also, students can taking classes in the summer. Usually, we have 2 sections in the summer.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Have a good weekend.
Hey, you are so welcome. Okay, you are so welcome.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, if you want to leave, that's all right. Bye. All right, Jane.
I thought we were done. That's why.
Oh, sorry. No. We are still. If people you have a talk inside. Okay, Sarah, go ahead.
Okay, so for like me and Amima, who would be considered option A because we have a background in childhood education. So we would need to take our GRE prior to entering the program.
You do need to take GRE.
Okay.
But you don't need to do it prior, but the first one you apply, that'll be fine.
Okay. Oh, because we need a certain score to get into the program.
No, there are no cutoff score yet. So
Okay.
Karen, go ahead.
Yes. So they want you to take this GRE. The score is undetermined. So they will probably accept students without the GRE scores, but they give you a date. Upon your admission, you're given a date to submit your scores by the end of that semester so that you'll be able to register for the next upcoming semester. So if you're coming in for spring 21, you have to submit those scores, if I'm not mistaken, by the end of May in order to register for summer or fall 2021.
So basically, we give you time to complete the GRE test.
Yeah.
But if you do have a problem, talk to me. Then I will try to work out that with you with the grad admissions. Okay.
Okay. Just one more question. It might sound like a stupid question, but for the GRE, there's a specific exam for childhood education 1st through 6th?
No, GRE is for everybody.
Oh, so it's a general exam.
Yeah, that's why it's called a graduate records examination. It's for all students, engineering, art, sociology, you name it, anybody, everybody taking a GRE. Even I took GRE a long time ago as well. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Anything else?
Sorry, because you probably covered this in your presentation.
No.
So if I have a master's in an unrelated field, would I be option A, B, or C?
You will be option C. Now the question, C. The question is, any courses taken in the master degree program can be transferred, count as the program. But there's a catch, because you count that course as a master degree already. So we can talk about that. Maybe we can talk, the course, for example, certain people take the master degree and they done something related to child development course. Then say, oh, Dr. Wu, I don't need to do that again in the program. Then we can talk, okay? Let you transfer that in a way to help you waive somehow. But if you count it as a degree, the double dip, we will work around that one, okay?
Okay, thanks.
Yep. Anything else, Amima?
I just wanted to ask, how much does each course cost? Because I hear that, financial aid doesn't cover anything for your master's. So how much would a 3-credit course be?
Okay, that question, I have no idea. The tuition wise should be on the website. They must tell you the graduate course, how much cost. They will probably, I don't know exact, but I heard it's pretty cheap. That's what I heard.
Maybe a little over $1,000 for a course, but you should really check the Brooklyn College website under tuition and fees, because it changes from semester to semester.
Okay, AB, go ahead.
For this academic school year, for part-time students is $470 per the credit, and for full-time students is $5,545 per semester. And then it changes for non-residents and international students.
Okay.
If it's $5,500 per semester, does it matter how many courses you're taking for that semester?
Yes, because it considered, I believe it could be considered, and someone correct me if I'm incorrect, in order for it to be full-time, you will have to be at least in 3 classes, if I'm not mistaken, registered in classes.
9 credits.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
No worries.
Anything else?
Oh, do you know, since there's no financial aid, I rely heavily on financial aid, but since there is none, are there any scholarships or any kind of stuff for education students, or in general?
Okay, to be honest, they are limited amount for graduate students, okay? So my idea is this: you complete our program undergrad, you should be able to find a job, to sub, to do whatever you can, okay? and you make some money, and then you spend part-time to come to the Brooklyn College to get the master's degree, and you should be able to afford it. I think the subbing, or in a way, we try to help our students to get. And there's anyway, I have to say this: DOE now have a lot of job opening now, because COVID-19, and hopefully the next semester will be the same after you finished. Okay. So you should be able to find a sub job. Or my students graduated from last semester. Now they are subbing and they are looking for, some are in the charter school. Of course, public school is not easy, but now since they are opening, so we should be able to you should be able to find jobs. In terms of that will help you financially.
When you sub, can you sub like only for like elementary school, or can you sub also for like any like high school or middle school as well?
The question probably depends on the school, because you cannot teach like a 10th grader or a 12th grader. You can usually, the teaching license lets you teach up to upper grade 1 or 2.
Okay.
That depends. So 1 to 6th, 7th grade, you might need to get a permission to teach 7th grade. In a way, you teach in the middle school, but you need to kind of special permission, and the principal need to help you. High school student, they can come down. So, well, I think you will stay in the elementary school. You should be all right.
Okay.
But I don't think you can teach in the high school. They will. They don't think you have a teaching license in the 7 to 12.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
And just one thing, just to backtrack to the financial aid part, you should try to fill it out. I mean, just try and let them tell you that you're not eligible, because we had a master's student working in our program, and she was getting financial aid through the federal work study. So she had to work off the financial aid. So she did receive it as a master's degree student. So I would fill out the application and try. And, you can't go wrong trying.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So, Professor who?
Yeah. Who's the host? Any other questions?
Sorry,
anyway,
just
yeah.
one more. You said that me and Sarah, we should email Karen about the program A, right?
Yeah,
okay.
About the program A, yeah, the 30 credit program.
Okay, thank you.
That's no problem. And you two from Brooklyn College should be, I have confidence, okay?
And there's supposed to be a poll.
What poll?
I don't know what's supposed to be asked.
I have no idea. It's all right. We only have
lady that was with us that was working in administration. I know she was supposed to host a poll, and Patrick has reached out to me to see if Karen had it by any chance on her end, but I don't have that file on my end for the students.
I don't know it about it. I'm sorry.
It's all right. All right. Oh, we only have 4 students, so we don't need a poll.
Right. Yeah.
I mean,
I filled it out in the last meeting. It's just like to gauge how you liked this open house.
Yeah, how do you feel? Did you get your information?
Yeah.
Don't worry about those. I don't worry about those things. I oppose. My point is saying that you got my email, you got Karen's email. 4 of you can email me anytime. Okay.
Thank you. Have a good weekend.
Yeah, you're welcome. I can even give you my home phone number if you want to call me. I have no problem. Okay.
Thank you. Have a good one.
All right. Thank you, everybody. All right. Talk to you guys later. Okay. Email us. Thank you. Thank you. Sarah. Nice meeting you. Nice meeting you. Okay. We will see each other sometime.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Stay safe.
Stay safe. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. AB, thank you. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys stay safe and have a good evening.
Thank you.
Thank you. We did that in 1 hour, Professor Who.
What?
We finished in 1 hour.
Say that again.
We finished in 1 hour.
Yeah. So, oh man, nothing we can do. Anyway, probably you are the host, right?
I don't know how.
All right. Anyway, we will be in touch, okay?
Yes, Professor Wu. Take
Yeah.
care.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay.